Alright, welcome back everybody. So I've been thinking about the whole Walking Dead universe, and last night's episode, the season premiere of Fear the Walking Dead, just, directly linked Fear the Walking Dead to the Rick Grimes movies. And we're always kind of talking about who can pop up into which, Walking Dead story, because we have the main show, the spin-off Fear, we got another spin-off coming, we got the movies. And now that the worlds are all kind of like intersecting, anybody could really pop up in any, Walking Dead kind of story. And I know a popular theory out there, which is something that I've kind of been rooting for ever since season 4 when Morgan said that, we should go to Alexandria. I thought it would be an awesome idea if we get the Fear characters to go on to The Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead and start up a new series. Now we have no confirmation that Fear is gonna end, but we do have a third series coming next year. It's gonna be a 10-episode series. We don't know that much information about it. We know it's gonna involve like 2 young females in a different corner of the universe, but we just don't know if it's gonna be like a full-time show like Fear and the main show. But we still have no word if Fear is gonna be ending. But now I'm thinking that maybe instead of the Fear characters going to The Walking Dead, maybe the Fear characters will go to the movies. Because we know that Rick Grimes will not be returning to the TV show, at least until like maybe the very, very end. But what if he doesn't even return at all? What if everybody goes to him? Starting off with the Fear characters, they go to Rick Grimes, and then maybe Michonne would go to Rick Grimes. That's probably higher than a maybe, because we know Michonne is leaving in season 10. But maybe all the other characters would go to the Rick Grimes movie, like the final Rick Grimes movie, and that would kind of be the wrap up of the original story, starting with season 1, episode 1. Maybe that could be happening, but regardless, I do think the possibility of the Fear characters going to the Rick Grimes movies will be possible, especially since, Rick and Morgan started it all. I think it'll be awesome if Rick and Morgan at least meet up in the movies. Like if The Walking Dead ends and Rick and Morgan never, meet again, that would be really shameful, because I really want those 2 characters to see each other again. Also, something interesting has been going around the Walking Dead universe today. Or the Walking Dead community, I should say, and that's back in season 9, episode 5, which was Rick's final episode. People were going back to listen to the radio when Jadis was like around that area where Rick was. And people believe that we hear the Fear characters on the radio. I can't play the full clip because obviously they're gonna take that down, but I will play the sound recording. So I want you guys to hear the audio, and I'm gonna play it right now, and then we're gonna discuss it. So that was the audio through Jadis's radio when Rick blew up the bridge, and we heard a voice at the end saying move north, break up the rest, fire some guns. And a lot of people are saying that sounds like Alicia, and now that I listen to it, I definitely see why people would think that. A couple people sent this to me, so it's been going around the Walking Dead community, so it's definitely picking up some heat now. And people also think, because we heard somebody say like, is that a bridge? Rick, he blew it up. People think it's like Morgan and Dwight also. And this is way back in season 9, episode 5. So, I knew around this time, a lot of people weren't discussing these voices, but now looking back at it, it actually may be the Fear characters. Who knows? Now, here's where it gets a bit tricky because, this doesn't even have to be them. I still think the characters will be in the movies, which I'll explain in a minute. But if this is them, that's even more of a confirmation these characters will end up being in the first Rick Grimes movie. Now, I wouldn't bet on it that it's Alicia in this radio. The more I listen to it, the more I hear Alicia. But here's the thing, because after this happened, there's a 6-year time jump on The Walking Dead, and the Fear characters aren't there. Now that's okay, because they could have gone with the helicopter, because obviously this community, maybe they have more than one helicopter, maybe the Fear characters got on it. But my question is like, where are they that they're seeing that? Like Rick blew up the bridge, so that's why I wouldn't really bet on it that's Dwight or Morgan saying that. But that last person saying move north, break up the rest, fire some guns, that could be Alicia. And remember, it's a radio, so she was kind of messing around with the radio, switching through the channels. Maybe that was somebody else. She'd switched the channel, and then we heard Alicia. So it could have been something like that also. And we saw last night's episode of Fear the Walking Dead, where we had that map that Al found off that walker's body. Obviously, it was a person wearing that suit. And they had that exact same symbol on the map that was on the helicopter. So obviously that's the same exact group, and this symbol is that group's, I guess you could just call it their community symbol. Now, what they could do is kind of play it side by side in a way, like the events of Fear the Walking Dead season 5 build up to this moment. Because remember, The Walking Dead right now is ahead of, even before the 6-year time jump, The Walking Dead skipped, a year and a half, and Morgan went straight to Fear the Walking Dead. So there wasn't like a time jump on Fear the Walking Dead just yet. Now, obviously, some time has passed since the season 4 finale. So what they could do is that they could kind of build up the events side by side, where the stuff that's happening on The Walking Dead is happening, and then the stuff on Fear is happening, and they kind of meet together at that moment when the bridge explodes. And that could possibly be the season finale of Fear, which would I guess end Fear the Walking Dead if you wanted to. Again, I don't know, this is just a theory, but it could end Fear the Walking Dead, and in 2020 when the first Rick Grimes movie airs, that's where the Fear characters will be. And if you think about it, if they're gonna go through with this third spin-off, it's already been confirmed, it's already filming. It's not already filming, but it's gonna begin filming in during the summer, so very shortly, but it's already been confirmed and stuff like that. Is there enough room to air 3 Walking Dead series in the same year? Like, that's a lot. I know this third spinoff is only 10 episodes, but still, if the 10 episodes are a success, they're obviously, because both Fear the Walking Dead and The Walking Dead started off with limited episodes, and then it expanded to 16 episodes. So the same thing could happen here, where we have 10 episodes, maybe it's a success, and then the next season will be 16 episodes. So I feel like one of the shows has to end in order for them to fit all the episodes, because AMC still has a bunch of other shows, Better Call Saul, and they have other stuff to do on AMC. So it looks like Sunday nights are also designated for The Walking Dead. So it most likely will be airing on a Sunday night, because they could air it on a totally different night, and then 100% it could work with the scheduling of 3 shows on AMC. But then again, think about their viewership. A lot of people know The Walking Dead airs on Sundays, and Sundays are kind of designated. Sunday nights are designated for The Walking Dead. So if they put on this other spinoff on a different night, I feel like that's going to affect their viewers, or their ratings and stuff, because people are not going to tune into it. Well, they will, because I'm sure of commercials and ads and trailers, but they know that Sunday nights are kind of The Walking Dead thing, and their viewership will most likely be higher if they air it on a Sunday night. And then plus, I think 3 Walking Dead shows are going to be a little too much at the same time. So I still have a feeling that one of these shows are going to have to end. And the Walking Dead main show doesn't seem to have an end point right now, because they are signing actors to like 3-year deals, and it looks like they have a long. And the Walking Dead main show is obviously following the comics, which still has a lot of stuff, a lot of ground to cover. So I have a feeling Fear will end after season 5, but we'll see for sure. We don't know. And it's not like Fear is getting canceled or anything. It's just that they want to end it for the characters to move on to the movies. So that's why they haven't announced it or anything. It could be like a surprise thing at the end. They still have a big announcement coming up, or they have announcements coming out all summer, according to the showrunners of Fear the Walking Dead. So I do think Fear is going to be directly linked to the first Walking Dead movie, and I think if the characters on Fear the Walking Dead end up being on that movie, it'll also be good for viewers, because they want to see what happened. They want to see the Morgan and Rick reunion. Michonne and Rick probably is not going to reunite until the second movie, because Michonne is going to be in the first half of season 10 most likely. That's what the reports were, that she's going to be in a handful of episodes. So she's going to leave sometime in season 10, so she probably isn't going to be in the first Rick Grimes movie, which is going to air in 2020, but she'd rather probably be in the second one, where they will probably air like 2021, assuming they're gonna do like a one year difference between each movie. And it doesn't have to be all the main Fear characters going to the movies. Some of them could go to The Walking Dead. That's also how they could connect Michonne to it, because possibly Morgan or Alicia or somebody, they go to Alexandria and they tell Michonne about Rick. That could definitely happen also. We'll see. But they have to set up Michonne's exit in season 10. And if the reports are true that, well, she's not confirmed to be in the movies, but that's what all things are kind of pointing to, because killing Michonne would definitely be such a turnoff for a lot of fans, I believe. So Michonne has to give some sort of indication that Rick is alive for her to go after Rick. So they could definitely split up, where some of them go to the movies and some of them go to Alexandria. That would be the end of Fear, which isn't a bad thing at all. I don't think it is, because The Walking Dead now is about the characters. It's not really about the show, because The Walking Dead is combined. The universes are the same. We already have, like, it's one universe, so it's really about the characters. And I think if the characters on Fear survive and move on to other platforms, but the actual show Fear is gone, I don't think fans would be that mad, because the characters are still there. And then obviously that would make room for the third one. But that's what I kind of see happening. You guys let me know in the comments down below, what do you think is going to go on with Fear and the Rick Grimes movies? How are they going to connect? What's going to happen in the movies? Because that's the way I kind of see it happening, especially with this third series. I feel like in order to make room on Sunday nights, one of the shows has to end. It'll most likely be Fear. The Fear characters will move on to the movies and The Walking Dead. So I am going to wrap it up there. Just quickly wanted to share this little idea I had with you guys. Let me know if you agree or disagree, or what do you think is going to happen, your thoughts and opinions. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like rating. And for more Walking Dead content, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys later.